What's going on, Knicks Nation? We got another win tonight, and you already know the vibes. I'm super hype right now. I can't be too loud though. It's bedtime around these parts. Everybody sleep but me. Had to get everything situated so I could record this video so I'm not late like the last time. Then I gotta finish up everything in the crib and get ready for work in the morning. But I had to come through with the good old video. You feel me? Let's go. Knicks, we 4-3. 500, as you already know. Well, we over 500 now. Yeah, it's lit. You feel me? Run that intro.
That's ReKNICKulous.
And so the Knicks bounced back from as low as a 15-point deficit to beat the Atlanta Hawks in Atlanta, score 113-108. And this was a good one, man. I spent a lot of time yelling at the TV, said some curse words and all that. I was hyped, man. I was trying to, amp the team on from the TV screen. I just got to reiterate again how disappointed I am that I can't get these MSG feeds the way I want to. I had a feed, but it wasn't really working. It was giving me trouble, so I had to go with the feed that was the Atlanta Hawks broadcasters calling the game. And I just can't cheer right for the home team when I got the guys who are clearly rooting for their home team to win, just talking. I can't get right with that. But anyway, let me run down this quick box score. From the Knicks. Julius Randle led the way, of course, with 28 points, 17 boards. He had 9 assists, 1 steal, 7 turnovers. 43 minutes, man, and he was 11 of 19 from the field. He shot 0 for 5 from 3, and he was 6 of 8 from the free throw line. These numbers are really good. Obviously, those 7 turnovers are bad, and he was flirting with a quadruple-double as well as a triple-double tonight. But all in all, in those 43 minutes, I can't be mad at Randle, man. He really led this team in a great way. Of course, him being a point forward and having the ball so much, he's going to have some turnovers. He's not the best ball handler. And a lot of times he's driving and getting his way into the defense, drawing double teams. And sometimes even the third guy might come in and try to stop him. So he's kicking out the ball. And oftentimes, it turns out to be a turnover or he gets stripped or something like that. Maybe an offensive foul. So all of that leads to turnovers. But great game from Julius Randle tonight, man. He's playing at an all-star level. If he can maintain this level of play throughout the season, we're one, like I said before, we're gonna make it to the playoffs. And 2, he's going to end up in. I don't know if they're doing an all-star game this season. I'm not sure how they're gonna work that out. But if they were to do an all-star game this season, he definitely would be on the all-star team. And I might be just being a Knicks fan here. But he's playing MVP level basketball right now. Now, I understand it's only been 7 games. His last game, he didn't do too well. He still was flirting with a triple-double, though. As far as points-wise, he didn't do too well. Every night, you're not going to put up 20-plus points. He's still averaging 21. But, last game against the Pacers in that win, he only had 12. Tonight, 28. Good bounce back game from Julius Randle. 17 boards, though. 17 boards. Come on now. RJ Barrett, he shined as well tonight. Following up that 25-point performance against the Pacers, he had 26 points tonight. He had 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and this is in 44 minutes. He continues to play the most minutes on this squad, and also I think he's leading the NBA in minutes played. RJ Barrett is out there balling, man. He is really conditioned, and he's able to come out every night and ball hard, man, playing defense. And he's giving us some really good offense. He's giving us some really good offense in these last 2 games. He was 10 of 19 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3, 5 of 7 from the free throw line. And IQ, that boy Emmanuel quickly, he did his thing out there for us tonight. He played 20 minutes. I believe this is the most minutes he's played so far for us. He's played 20 minutes tonight, 16 points, 2 boards, 1 assist. He was 4-7 from the field, 2 of 3 from the 3-point line, and he was 6 of 6 from the free throw line. He only played 4 minutes at the half. He had 0 field goals, and it looked like Thibs was, trying to stay away from putting him back in the game. For some reason, he had Elfrid Payton on the court for 29 minutes tonight. And from watching the post-game interview with Thibs, I can see that he really likes Elfrid Payton. He likes what Elfrid Payton brings to the table for the Knicks. And Elfrid Payton, he put up 14 points tonight. 14 points. He had 3 boards, 5 assists, 2 blocks in 29 minutes. But he shot 6 of 18 from the field. He was able to make 2 of his 2 free throws tonight. But my issue was these 18 shot attempts. Last game against the Pacers, he took 17 shot attempts. And tonight, he took 18. Randall took 19. RJ took 19. Why is Payton taking 18 shots? And it's like he comes down the court and it looks like he just, his mind is set on trying to score. He has a way of getting into the paint. He has a way of driving and getting to the basket to where he could try to put up a floater or try to put up a layup. But I could recall a specific play where he drove into the paint, he went up, missed. He was able to secure the rebound, and instead of trying to reset the offense and kick it out or bringing the ball back out to the top so he could see the whole court, he tries to go back up again, misses again. So I just have this problem with Elfrid Payton trying to take on so much of that scoring responsibility. We do not need that from Elfrid Payton, like, at all. 10 attempts, I'm cool with that. Like, you see how RJ was getting to 15 and just stopping some nights? I feel as if Payton gets to 10 and he needs to relax. At that point now, everybody else needs to get involved. And only when it's like a clear, you got to take this layup opportunity, should he take it. That's the only, because I don't know why he's going. Come on now. It's like he's trying to score 30 or something. What is this guy doing? He needs to relax. So yeah, 14 points from Payton tonight. Mitch, he had 8 points, 7 boards, 2 blocks, 4 steals. This is in 28 minutes. And he was 4-7 from the field. I seen a couple lobs thrown up from my boy Mitch tonight, and I'm loving that. I like to see more, though. I still would like to see more. Like I'm saying, Payton is going to take 18 shot attempts. We could take 8 of those and have those be attempts for Mitch or anyone else for that matter. But definitely Payton needs to relax. But Mitch, really good game tonight on the defensive end. Of course, that there's no denying that this man is going to be a force on the defensive end. I still would like to see him get more boards. And looking at it, you might not think. I know he had some blocks. I don't know why I don't have it down. So now I'm gonna have to go in and look to see, just to make sure that did he have any blocks tonight? I have to just double check. Yeah, he had 2 blocks. I just had to be sure, because I'm sure he did. He's doing really good on the defensive end for us. He's a great defensive anchor for the Knicks, and as long as he's on the court, he's going to alter shots, and he's going to make it hard for the opposing team to get their boards and for them to get those shots in the paint. So kudos to my boy Mitch for playing another good game.
Rebound to Randall with 5. 4, Julius to the corner, Knox catch.
I clicked on this damn Google Chrome app to look at the stats real quick, and then a video played in my ear while I'm trying to speak, so it startled me a little bit. Pardon me, but I ain't editing nothing out, man. You know how I do. Like, I might edit if I start to ramble a little bit, but I ain't editing out my mistakes and none of that. We just gonna do this raw. This is real right here. You feel me? We just gonna keep on going. But Austin Rivers, he came off the bench. He had 8 points tonight, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. He was 3 of 6 from the field, and he was 2 of 3 from the 3-point line. Once again, I'm missing a stat, so I got to go back just to see how many minutes my boy played. He played 33 minutes tonight. Austin Rivers played 33 minutes tonight. I don't know why I didn't have that marked down. I'm still working on this, man. I'm still getting my things together. You feel me? It's like after the game, I start running to try to put everything together, start typing up things, and try to get my notes secured. So when I do this video, I could look at, because I'm trying to cut down on saying a lot and trying to get my mind right. So I'm trying to make sure I got all my notes in one spot. so I could do these videos a little more efficiently and a little bit more professionally. So I'm working on it. Just bear with me. It's gonna get to the point where I'm not gonna have to keep looking down at this screen but for now, just rock with me. You feel me? Just rock with me. So we had Rivers, 8 points, 2 boards, 1 assist, 1 steal, 3 of 6, 33 minutes. He was 2 of 3 from the 3-point line, and one of those threes came clutch in the fourth quarter to help solidify this victory for the Knicks. Austin Rivers is showing that him and Quickly in that fourth quarter are showing that they can be the closing guards for us. And the crazy thing is that they might not be the best defending guards that we have on the team. In my opinion, the best defending guard that we have is Frank, and he's out. And Elfrid Payton is a pretty good defending guard as well. But Austin Rivers had a great play late in the fourth quarter against Trae Young, where Trae Young was trying to drop that shoulder, drop that elbow into him and drive. And Rivers took the charge. You could call it a flop, whatever you want to say. This is part of the game now. Drew that foul. Ball went the other way, and that helped put the game away for us. So that was a great game from Rivers again. This is his third game for us, and the third game where he played pretty good basketball. So I could see, and he played 33 minutes. I could see moving forward, Austin Rivers might weasel his way into that starting lineup, probably putting Bullock on the bench, or he might just probably be the first guy off the floor. Maybe they're just gonna put him and Quickly in together. Those two guys gel pretty well on the floor as that second unit for us. Speaking of Bullock, he was 7 points tonight, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Played 26 minutes, 3 of 6 from the field, and 0 for 2 from 3-point. From the 3-point line. Still kind of struggling a bit with his threes. I'm hoping he had that one game where he did pretty well. I think he had made like about 5 threes that game. And but tonight it wasn't going for him. Still, he's able to move around on the floor and play pretty good defense for us and keep everything. Like I said, everyone is playing pretty good defense for us right now. There are places where there's room for improvement on the defensive end for us, and I'm hoping that in practices and in the film room, they're sitting down and watching these things and finding these mistakes and trying to correct it, especially on the perimeter. Once again, the perimeter defense is not up to par for me, and I think they have a lot of work ahead of them to get these the opposing team to try to divert themselves from trying to take threes. This is where guys are taking threes in front of defenders' faces and making them, and that's going to happen, especially if it's a good 3-point shooter. But we can't be giving up so many open threes, and I think that's something that we really, really need to work on. We need to fix that. Kevin Knox, he had 6 points, 2 assists, 1 block, 18 minutes played. He was 2 of 3 from the field, and all 2 of those shots, and all 3 of the shot attempts were threes, and obviously he made 2 of those threes. One of those threes both of them actually came in the third quarter, and the last one was a buzzer beater for the third quarter. It was a third quarter buzzer beater. He hit the 3 and it closed the gap to 88-84. Because we were down 15 coming down the stretch of the third quarter. We were up as much as 10 in the first quarter, maybe early second quarter or something like that. And then the Hawks started to narrow that down. So by the end of the second quarter, we were down 58-54. And then they blew the lead wide open in the third quarter, went up 15, and we closed that gap to 4 points at the end of the third quarter, thanks to a Kevin Knox 3. Really clutch. I would like to see some more of that from him. I don't know. He's got to figure things out. Now, he only took 3 attempts tonight from the field, period, and obviously from the 3-point line. So I guess they're still trying to find ways to get him involved in on offense. Maybe he's not finding himself in the right spots. I don't know what it is, but I'm hoping that they can figure it out. It's still early, but we're going to need as much help on the offensive end as we can possibly get. Randall's not going to be able to do it all on his own. RJ seems to be finding himself, but none of these guys are perfect. RJ's still young. He's still finding himself, and it's a possibility that he might run into one of those slumps again. And if he does, or when he does run into one of these slumps, we need someone that's going to be able to step up at every moment. Alec Burks is still out, and while he's out, we're going to need someone to be consistent. And hopefully he'll be back soon. I hope Alec Burks will be back soon. But before I start expressing my love for Alec Burks again, let me run down these quick percentage numbers, points. The Knicks shot 51% from the field in tonight's game against the Hawks. We shot 33% from the 3-point line, and we were 7 of 21. We shot 80% from the free throw line, 20 of 25. We had 16 turnovers and 45 rebounds. Now, before I start talking about those numbers about the Knicks, I'm just going to quickly run down the Atlanta Hawks numbers. They shot 46% from the field, 32% from the three-point line. They were 10 of 31 from three. They shot 78% from the free throw line. They were 18 of 23. And they had 13 turnovers, 40 rebounds. And of those 40 rebounds, 10 were offensive. And I'm not sure if I mentioned the Knicks offensive rebounds, but they were 11. They had 11 offensive rebounds. So about the Knicks, all right. One thing I want to point out: the 3-point shooting, 33% isn't bad. I wish we would have made more of those shots, and we got the win, so I'm not gonna dwell on that. But we got to find a way to start making it to be a little bit more efficient on the 3-point line. We have Reggie Bullock, who's billed as a good 3-point shooter. That's his thing, 3-and-D. You know what I'm saying? So he has to hopefully find a way to start making those threes. The free throw shooting has been great the last couple of games. Last game against the Pacers, we shot 77% from the free throw line. Tonight we shot 80%. And that is really good, because that is a very essential part of winning basketball games. It came down to a point of the game where Julius Randle split his free throws, and the Hawks were able to make it a 1-point game, kind of late in the fourth quarter, and or midway through the fourth quarter or so. And we can't have moments like that. I think, yeah, we were up. Him splitting those free throws put us up 4, and Atlanta came down on our end, hit a 3, and made it a 1-point game. Had he had made both free throws, obviously it would have been a 2-point game, and still one possession, but that one score from them, regardless if it was a 2-point attempt or a 3-point attempt, would have gave them the lead, and we can't afford that. So free throws are essential, and I'm glad that we're doing a good job at the free throw line as of late. Once again, 16 turnovers. Against the Pacers, we had 15 turnovers. And I don't know, but I mean, 7 of those turnovers are Julius Randle's. So obviously he needs to find a way to be a little bit more efficient with handling the ball if he's going to run point forward for us. But as a team, we got to get those turnover numbers down. I really like for them to work on that. That's something that we need to work on, because against other teams, that's not gonna fly. Atlanta Hawks are a pretty good team. They're a pretty good team in the East now, and they have been, I think, at least for a year or so now. And I haven't really been watching much basketball because the Knicks have, Knicks ain't really been good lately. So it's like it don't give you anything to look forward to. When it comes to the NBA, but I knew having Thibs as our coach this season, I knew it was something to look forward to. Something different was going to be going on, because our last couple of coaches just wasn't cutting it. That Phil Jackson experiment just wasn't cutting it. And the rebounds. Let's go with the rebounds. We out rebounded the Hawks by 5. So it's not as good as that game against the Pacers where we kind of killed them on the boards. We did win the rebounding battle, and we only had one more offensive rebound than the Atlanta Hawks. And once again, we allowed a team to get more than 10 offensive rebounds, and that's something that we need to work on still. And the Knicks scored 54 points in the paint tonight to Atlanta's 50. We had 11 second chance points to Atlanta's 7. and the fast break numbers were 6 and 7. And it's looking like the Knicks are kind of becoming a team where you're not going to get a lot of fast breaks against them. I figure that the fast breaks are mostly going to come from turnovers and situations like that, because for the most part, guys are hustling back and getting back on defense and making it hard for the opposing team to get fast break points. So that's really good. I like to see that. So that's it for the numbers, really. So I'm not gonna go into my little spiel and my little opinions. I feel like Coach Thibodeau is doing a really good job coaching these guys. He's making sure to put guys in the right position to win the season, it seems. And the only thing that I don't like so much about what Tibbs is doing with this team so far is like some of his lineups be a little questionable for me. I don't know how anybody else feels about that. So obviously, Knicks fans, if you're watching, please get down in the comments and let me know what you think about Thibs' lineups. But for some reason, he's continuing to go with the same starting lineup, having Payton start and Bullock start, when to me, these guys aren't doing as well as I think that they can do starting. I would like to see Quickly start, and I would like to see maybe Rivers start over Bullock, because honestly, Bullock is not hitting the threes like he should be. So if he's in there for threes and defense, I mean, he ain't come up with no steals and that. Like, steals doesn't really define the fact that you're playing defense or not. But I'm just saying, Rivers is looking like he's trying to do his thing on the floor. He's playing defense. He's hustling. So I'd say if we start with Quickly, Rivers, RJ, Randall, and Mitch, I think that's a really good starting lineup. I'm not gonna lie. I think that we'll score really good. I think we'll defend really good. And it's not to say that we started tonight's game in the first quarter. We were doing good. Second quarter we were doing good. Third quarter we had a little meltdown, but we closed the third quarter really good. So I mean, I don't know. I just feel like, and then there's like being that Nerlens Noel was out, Spellman is out. We didn't have Toppin is out. We didn't have anyone to really step in to back up Mitch Robinson, and so we had Knox on the floor, and I think Randall might have been running the 5. So it was like, it's kind of that small ball lineup that doesn't really work for us. So I don't know. Another highlight, I already mentioned it, but Austin Rivers hit another clutch 3 for us tonight. And I was hyped, man. I was screaming. At that point, I didn't care if everybody was sleeping, none of that. I was talking my to the TV. And I'm saying, like, I was talking my because the refs, they were calling certain calls that I wasn't really feeling. There was a lot of things going on that I didn't like. But, you know, there's a lot of guards in the league. And not just, well, mostly the guards in the league. But there are other guys, too, who know how to manipulate the defense so that the refs call fouls for them and they are able to get to the line and things like that. Emmanuel Quickly is starting to surface as a player who's going to be able to do that moving forward. So I can't be too mad that the refs are going to do that, because Quickly is going to have a lot of fans upset, a lot of opposing team fans upset, because he was able to manipulate one of those situations tonight where he drove on the 3-point line and went up on Trae Young and got a foul call and went to the line and shot 3 threes and he nailed. And we got a couple games coming up. We got Utah on Wednesday. We got the Thunder on Friday, and we got the Nuggets on Sunday. So my prediction for these games, the only game that I see, in my opinion, that I'm super confident in a victory is possibly the Thunder game. Utah is going to be a tough one for us, and definitely Denver is going to be a tough one for us. The reason why I'm saying Utah is obviously because of Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. Being that Rudy Gobert isn't so much of a offensive threat, really. I mean, but he's a big guy, so it doesn't really take much for him to clean up and catch lobs and things of that nature. So I have hopes that Mitchell Robinson is able to continue to be disciplined and not bite for every head fake and try to stay on the court as much as possible to allow us to defend well against the Jazz in the paint, and also to allow some offensive boards and things like that for us. So I'm looking forward to watching the Utah game. I'm looking forward to watching all of these games. What I'm talking about, but I am a little bit nervous. I ain't gonna lie, because Donovan Mitchell. Trae Young had 31 on us tonight. Donovan Mitchell is a dude who could go for 40, 50 points. Trae could do that too. But Donovan Mitchell is a little more athletic than Trae, so he has a little bit more in his arsenal, and it might be a little difficult for us. So we're gonna see, and that's gonna be a battle for RJ. So let's see if he's able to do his thing against Utah on Wednesday. And then the Sunday game against the Nuggets, that's going to be another tough one, because they got probably one of the best passing big men ever, and Nikola Jokic. They got Murray, who's another dude who could go for that 40, 50 points. He's not as athletic as a Donovan Mitchell, but he has some finesse to his game when he gets to the line, not to the line, to the paint. So it's gonna be a tough one. They got some really good shooters around them. Again, Utah, we got some good shooters around them. So this is gonna be a pretty interesting 3 games we have coming up. So yeah, that wraps up my video, man. It's getting late. I gotta do this editing so that I could situate this video and have it set up to be released and put out tomorrow morning while I'm on my way to work. So if you're paying attention, if you got this far in the video, please go ahead, like, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Leave a comment in there. Let me know what you think about tonight's game, about past games, about future games, about the channel, what room for improvement, things that I could do to make the channel better, more entertaining for you guys. I would like to thank everyone for showing love. Really do appreciate everything and everyone. I hit 30 subscribers, and it's been about a week now. It's the 7th video. Obviously, with there being games, it gives me opportunity to make content every night that a game is on. So the content is going to come. What else I want to say before we close this thing out? Oh yeah, one of my videos have finally hit 100 views, and I think I'm gonna let that one be the one that pops up at the end of this video, so y'all could go check that one out. It's the shortest one I think I have put out. I think that was the one we lost against Philly. So I finally hit 100 views on one of my videos. So you know what I'm saying? You could clap it up for me, clap it up for y'all. Thanks for all the support. And I already know what time it is, man. This is That's ReKNICKulous. You feel me? Young Bana in the building. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You feel me? Ya tu sabe. I'm saying thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We appreciate you over here in Knicks Nation. Once again, that's ReKNICKulous, and I'm out.